Here at Pro Football Weekly, we're always doing our best to help you win your fantasy football leagues. That's why our fantasy expert Mike Wilkening is here to go through exploit and avoid for week 2 of the NFL season. Let's start with exploit. Buccaneers wide receiver Vincent Jackson against the Giants.
This is a matchup play for me. I like Vincent Jackson as is. I think he's a very talented guy, but you look at this New York secondary, they struggled quite a bit in week 1. I want them to prove it to me if I'm a fantasy owner that they can make the necessary corrections. Now they could get a little bit healthier. Maybe Prince Amukamara gets back, but even Corey Webster gave up a touchdown last week. I think you want to test this Giants secondary, and I think you want to certainly put Vincent Jackson in your lineup.
Yeah, Tampa Bay looked good on all sides of the ball in their win over Carolina. A team that did not look very good, the Cincinnati Bengals in their first week, but BenJarvus Green-Ellis, a bright spot for them. You say exploit him against the Browns.
He played very well in week 1. I think one of the silver linings for them, 91 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's a good Ravens defense, maybe not as good versus the run as in past years. He gets an even better matchup in week 2 here. The Browns' run defense has not been a strength. They gave up 150 yards in week 1. They struggled last year. I think Green-Ellis is kind of marching his way to be maybe a sort of a every week sort of starting guy. I mean, I think he really produced quite well in week 1.
Now, a lot of fantasy owners jumped on Kevin Smith because they knew he was going to be the Lions' starting running back, and he made them look like smart owners for picking them up in week 1. He scored those 2 touchdowns. But week 2, not a good matchup for him. You say avoid Kevin Smith this week.
Yeah, I think from a rushing standpoint, it's going to be very difficult for him. I mean, the Niners' run defense is just outstanding. I think last week was Kevin Smith's time, and if you drafted him, he helped you win a week. That's great. I mean, I think that's house money at this point. I think that ship has kind of sailed at this point. Michael Ashore might be coming back. Again, I think Smith is a guy that's got some value, can catch the ball in the backfield and things like that. But I think this is just not the week. If you benched him and you're trying to chase those touchdowns, it's over. You can't get him back.
Another running back group that you should look to avoid of the Arizona Cardinals group, Beanie Wells, Ryan Williams, did not play very well against Seattle and doesn't look good for them going against New England.
Yeah, 23 combined yards on 15 carries. The New England defense looked great last week against the run. The Cardinals could fall behind early, so I mean, you've got a matchup problem, I think, in the trenches, and you've got a game situation problem where the Cardinals might be throwing quite a bit from the start. So I just think you stay away, let the situation stabilize.
Yeah, the Patriots really shut down Chris Johnson at tightened rushing attack in week 1. Not a good outlook for those Cardinals running backs. To see the rest of exploit avoid, as well as player rankings at every position for week 2, head to our website at profootballweekly.com.